First of all, I'm a very energetic person. So Coach Pryor says the same thing to me every Saturday. It's like when we do when we warm up and stuff. He's always like, just same old pump up stuff. Like, let's go. Like, it's like, I could do an impersonation of him, but I don't want to deal with it later. He just says the same thing, and I say the same thing back. I'm like, Coach, I'm on one all Saturday, every Saturday. You know that. And I had to play this game with an extreme amount of passion because that's just who I am. If I can't have fun, like Drake said, the moment I stop having fun with it, I'll be done with it. So if I can't have fun doing this, it's not as fulfilling. And I want everybody else around me to be on the same wavelength that I'm on. So the more energy that I think that I can bring specifically to my unit as a D-line, so it's just things like that. And I think that's one of my roles on the team. Like, I watched Marcus, and everybody knows how much energy that Marcus has, at all times. And I was like, okay, I can be that, but I just have to wait until the time is right. And now the time is right, so I bring the energy as much as I can.
Hey, Antonio, going off that E-Tour stuff, what's the most impressive thing you've seen him do?
I don't know. E-Tour is one of those people where, he does things that shouldn't work, and they work. Like, him and Shane are, weirdly athletic people. Like, him, Shane, and Daniel are, it's ridiculous. Like, Coach Spence always makes a joke that Daniel Joseph is, part slinky because of how he can bend. Like, we'll watch it in practice, and, it shouldn't look like any normal human being will fall, even if you're an athlete. And, they just don't. They just make plays happen. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, if we're all just hanging out together and we're bored, we'll just pull somebody's high school tape up. Or, somebody will be talking about high school or, my school's going to the state championship. And it's like, okay. And then that's on the topic of conversation, so we just pull up, old embarrassing recruiting photos, and everybody still look like a baby. Or we'll pull up each other's high school tape just so we can laugh at each other.
Do you remember ever watching Micah's film? Because obviously he was a D-end in high school.
No, I don't think I ever have. But I remember when he got here, and I think that spring, because he came in early, so that spring ball, he was making, plays that, nobody should make. It was ridiculous, and I'm like, oh. Because, obviously I knew who he was, because everybody knew who he was, just, around the country because of how big his name was coming out of high school. And I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. I could see why all these people were tripping about him.
Check out his running back highlights. Pretty interesting.
He played running back?
He might have been the best in the state last year at running back.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I know he would go to camps and play receiver and safety for the fun of it. Best handshake, hands down, me and Ryan Bates, period. Because, all right, so it started, I can't really remember why we started. I think I went up to him one day and I was like, yo, we don't have a handshake. And it just, so from week to week, we add something on. So this is what, week 11 now? So now there's 11 pieces to one handshake now. And I don't see everybody else's. The big guys, we don't normally see, the receivers and the DBs and those guys. We don't really see those guys because we're just not out there, warming up. We come out last. But, yeah, hands down, me and Bates, period.
I see you're listed as a journalism major. What are your goals?
Oh, well, first of all, I like talking a lot. It kind of, got me into a little bit of trouble when I was a freshman. Not trouble, but just yo, this dude talks too much. I noticed in high school that I was really good at, writing papers and things like that. One of my teachers, Miss Polito, shout out Miss Polito, she was always really critical of me in my papers and my essays that I would write. And she kind of helped me, refine my skills and basically was like a coach. And when I first got here, I was like, oh, what do I want to do? And I was like, oh, I like working out, so let's be a kines major. I took one kines class, and I realized kines was not for me. I was like, I'm not good at science. It's not going to work. So I had to tailor things to my strengths. And I'm really artistic. I'm creative. I like to write. So I guess I was like, what can I do with that? And journalism was that. And I never got really a lot of media attention or was a part of anything that got a lot of media attention until I got here. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess these can work.